Hey there everybody, I'm Joshua Orro, the Mustang Prince, and welcome to Mustang Prince Orro Reports. Last time, we took a look at Disney's Tangled, and yes, it was a really fun movie. And of course, 2 years later, it got a really funny short sequel called Tangled Ever After, which focuses on Pascal and Maximus chasing Rapunzel and Eugene's wedding rings around Corona. However, just several months ago, just like Winnie the Pooh, Timon and Pumbaa, Ariel, Aladdin, Hercules, Lilo and Stitch, Tarzan, and others before her, Rapunzel got her own animated TV series. And in my opinion, Tangled the series is a great show. Plus, several of these episodes do a great job at helping Rapunzel learn before she can truly accept her royal destiny. However, today I'm going to talk about the movie that started the TV series. So let's get started. Airing on Disney Channel on March 10th, 2017, the movie is Tangled Before Ever After. So let's get started. Rapunzel grapples with the responsibility of being a princess and the overprotective ways of her father. While she wholeheartedly loves Eugene, Rapunzel does not share his immediate desire to get married and settle down within the castle walls. Determined to live life on her own terms, she and her tough-as-nails lady-in-waiting, Cassandra, embark on a secret adventure where they encounter mystical rocks that magically cause Rapunzel's long blonde hair to grow back. Impossible to break and difficult to hide, Rapunzel must learn to embrace her hair and all it represents. So, what are my thoughts on this movie? Well, I absolutely adored it. It felt like a great coming-of-age story, and it had wonderful animation, but before I get ahead of myself, let's move on to Mustang notes. On June 3rd, 2015, Disney Channel announced the development of a Tangled television series. During the premiere of The Swap, a trailer for the series aired, revealing that the series would take place between the events of Tangled and Tangled Ever After, and that a television film entitled Tangled Before Ever After would air before the series, serving as its pilot. Also, there are some fun facts I should mention. Rapunzel's journal was inspired by executive producer Chris Sonnenberg's daughter Ariana's journal. The mysterious black rocks were inspired by etched Gideon's iron meteorites. The design of Corona's fire dancer was inspired by supervising director Steven Sandoval. The patterns of Rapunzel's hair can be seen in the clouds and trees around Corona. Now here's where we come to the animation, and in my opinion, the transition from CGI to hand-drawn looks really good. Plus, most of the animation, like the first movie, looks like a living painting come to life. Plus, the kingdom of Corona and the forest looks well drawn out in this movie. Now, remember a few years ago, during my blog on the Curse of Princess Ivy, when I ranted about Rapunzel's hair being back to long and blonde when she met Sophia and Amber? Well, I guess this movie does seem to answer my question in a way, so I guess I can let my little rant slide. Also, this movie's story does make a nice coming-of-age story, though it seems like your typical run-of-the-mills Disney tale. Now here's we come to the music and songs. Like the first movie, Alan Menken and Glenn Slater returned to write the music and songs for this movie. However, in total, there are 2 songs in this movie. The first song is Life After Happily Ever After, sung by Rapunzel, Eugene, and King Frederick. In my opinion, this is a really good song. During the song, Rapunzel tries to adjust to royal life, the king wants to keep his daughter safe and reminds her of her responsibilities. And of course, Eugene is excited about proposing to Rapunzel during her coronation. And then there's Wind in My Hair, sung by Rapunzel, while she and Cassandra sneak out of the castle and venture beyond the Corona Wall. To me, this song is simply wonderful, and it makes a great theme song for the TV series. Also, at the end of the movie, this song gets a reprise, combined with Life After Happily Ever After, while Rapunzel voices how trapped she feels. But fortunately, a message from her journal inspires her to pursue the adventures she's always desired. And now that we're done with Mustang notes, let's move on to the characters and their voice actors. Our main character, Princess Rapunzel, is once again voiced by Mandy Moore. Best known from the first Kingdom Hearts game, Racing Stripes, Brother Bear 2, The Princess Diaries, and Sheriff Callie's Wild West. Rapunzel is similar but different from the first movie. She tries to adjust with the life of a princess, despite having a loving family and a supportive circle of friends. Plus, she feels overwhelmed with the amount of responsibility that comes with being a princess. But on the other hand, Rapunzel still has that free-spirited and talented attitude she had in the first film. Next we have Rapunzel's fiancé, Eugene Fitzherbert, again voiced by Zachary Levi. Best known from the Chuck TV series, and is going to play Joseph in the Star movie next week. In this movie, Eugene lives in the castle with Rapunzel and her family, plus he's ecstatic about his new life. But Eugene is still an understandable guy, like at the end of the movie when he promises to be patient with Rapunzel, which strengthens their relationship significantly. Next we have our two animal sidekicks, Pascal and Maximus. These two haven't changed a bit. Pascal is still the lovable chameleon who joins Rapunzel in practically every endeavor, and Maximus is still the palace guard horse, who has officer status amongst the guards, alongside the captain. Next we have Rapunzel's parents, King Frederick and Queen Ariana, voiced by Clancy Brown and Julie Bowen. These two are great characters as well. Frederick is the overprotective father who fears for his daughter's safety, while Ariana is the gentle and soft-spoken mother who sympathizes with Rapunzel's longing to learn more about the world and herself, and encourages her to do just that. Next we have the Captain of the Guards, voiced by M.C. Gainey, whom I remember as Rhodey from the Country Bears movie. While this guy serves a minor role in this movie compared to the first film, mostly what the captain does is keep watch on Rapunzel and Eugene, as well as setting up security as he and the rest of the guards prepare for Rapunzel's coronation. Next we have Rapunzel's lady-in-waiting and daughter of the captain of the guards, Cassandra, voiced by Eden Espinosa, who previously voiced Orizaba in Elena of Avalor. In my opinion, Cassandra is a real badass character who wishes to be a royal guard. She is sarcastic, has a dry sense of humor. She is also very intelligent, and she's often insulting Eugene in clever ways that go over his head, and she's extremely supportive and protective towards Rapunzel. Plus, I really like Cassandra's owl, who serves as her eye in the sky. Last but not least, we have the new villain, Lady Kane, voiced by Laura Benanti. Now this character does have an interesting backstory. When she was a child, not long after Rapunzel was kidnapped, the king ordered the guards to arrest all the criminals in the kingdom, as he believed that one of them had something to do with his daughter's kidnapping. One of the criminals was a petty thief, Lady Kane's father. Kane was enraged with her father's arrest, as he had nothing to do with the lost princess's kidnapping, and spent the rest of his life in prison until he passed away. Over the years, Kane became the leader of a pirate gang and well known in the thieving and crime community. In the movie, Kane disguises herself as a duchess in order to make her way to the castle's dungeon so that she can free her crew and give payback to the king. And now, let's move on to my final words. Overall, Tangled Before Ever After is a great movie. It has an engaging coming-of-age story, and it's a great reunion to the character from Tangled. Though, it is pretty short, though. Plus, this movie has beautiful animation and sweet new songs. So, if you folks haven't seen this movie yet, then I highly recommend it, especially if you and your children were fans of Tangled. And I'm deeply excited for what Rapunzel's role in Kingdom Hearts 3 will be next year. So with that said, I give this movie a 100% rating. Well, that's it for today, everybody. Be sure to join me again for my next vlog. Mustang Power!